So number 3, this is essential, but also very scary. And this is that in order to make our offer compelling, we need to position the price and the value. So does that mean we've got to have component 1 worth $10,000, component 2 worth $20,000, and you're getting it all today for, 50 cents? No, absolutely not. It's horrible, isn't it? We're not going to be doing that. Remember, we are only selling things that we 100% believe in. And we only use these approaches if we 100% believe that our program is going to give our clients the best possible chance of getting the best possible outcomes. These are so, so important. If we don't position the price and the value, we are not doing them any favors. And I don't mean positioning so they think, oh, I'm getting a bargain. I mean position it so they get a handle and an understanding of what that number actually means. This is so important. And my example of this, it's a great example. My husband does the lottery, and every so often he'll come in and ask me to give him some numbers for the lottery. He hasn't learnt yet. Anyway, and he'll come in and say, oh, there's like a £471 million rollover this week. And or even more, 770 million or something. And that number means absolutely nothing to me. I'm going, well, I know it's big, but what does that actually mean? So it's only by giving some context to that number, like maybe you take a Millionaires Row somewhere and say, well, that number will buy you 20 of those houses. And you go, oh, okay, I get that. I need context. I need to understand what that number means. The other reason is that we all have different pots from which we take our money, make money decisions. So we might have a grocery pot where, say £6 for a pack of butter may seem outrageously expensive. And then you've got a holiday pot, which might have a different set of boundaries, right? My very first business mentor is a sales expert. She's lovely and heart-centered. But she used to run kind of discovery days for a coaching organization here in the UK. And people would pay £47 to go on this discovery day. And on the discovery day, they would be shown everything about the actual coaching program that they could join. Okay, they knew what they were going for. It wasn't a bait and switch or anything. It was very clear. But she said it was like pulling teeth to get people to part with £47 for an entire day for this. And yet she said when people were in, the same people that were saying, by spending that £47, their children weren't going to eat again for another week. Okay, I'm exaggerating here. But the same people that really had a problem with that £47 were easily putting their hands in their pockets for to the tune of thousands to sign up for the coaching program, the teaching people to be coaches, because we all have different money pots. So positioning the price and the value is a way of people just making a decision which money pot they're taking it from. And there are many ways of doing it. Okay, and trust me, there's always an ethical way of doing it for your particular program. You can position the price relative to the value of each component, but that isn't just picking random numbers out of the air. Oh, that's probably worth 500. No, let's just not do that. If you were to take that component, that bonus, that module, that Q&A session, whatever it is, and you would sell it on its own, what would you sell it for? What's the value that those clients are getting for? So genuinely, what would you sell it for on its own? Then you can say, so if you're selling something that has a one-to-one component and you have a price for your one-to-ones, you can easily genuinely say, 6 sessions with me normally costs blah, blah, blah. It's genuine. And this is the key. We're doing this with unconditional positive regard, and that changes everything. Remember, without doing this, you're not doing your clients any favors, right? You can also position it in terms of other solutions that a person may go to for a similar result. So if you are a weight loss specialist, for example, you can position it relative to there's the price of your program, there's the price of hiring a personal trainer, and take a silly extreme, the cost of bariatric surgery. Okay, that's a silly extreme, but you see what I'm trying to say. And you can position it relative to unrelated things that they would also, that type of person who is your ideal client, would also spend their money on, right? There are many ways of doing it ethically, genuinely. And I mean, this is one of the real biggies for my own clients. And I've always found completely genuine ways of positioning the price and the value. And your client needs it in order to make sense of that price and decide whether it's right for them. Okay, I'm aware of the time, so I'm going to motor on. Again, please drop anything in the comments if I can answer any questions or anything's not clear.